Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of Age of Engineering! Last episode, we made a bunch of immersive engineering, well, not a bunch, two. We made two immersive engineering machines so that we could make the graphite, what are they called? Electron something? Control rod. The graphite electrodes, that's what they're called. So we can make those for our reactor control rods for our extreme reactor. We also started the process of reactor casings, and we have 156 of them to show for it. We might need some more, but we can always make those. Next, we need to make some fuel rods, and this is going to take a hot minute. We need, I believe it's 27 of these. Whoops. Yeah. As you can see, the fuel rods are not easy to make. It needs a bunch of RTG fuel, which requires plutonium. Luckily, our reactors over there have been running and running well, so they've provided us with plenty of plutonium to get this done. Thank goodness. So we will be able to do those. But first, I wanted to make sure we finished up our power tap and also do our input and output taps, I guess they're called. So you'll remember with the power tap, we need all these different power things in here. We need the vibrant capacitor bank. I auto-crafted the octadict capacitors between the episodes. We have the power cell. We need an MFSU. Now this one's going to be a bit of a bother because it requires 6 Lapotron crystals, some advanced circuits, an MFE, and an advanced machine casing. We have these 3 things in the system already. So all we need are, I say all we need, are 6 Lapotron crystals. And I do have those set up to autocraft, but let me show you what it takes to make these. It takes 2 advanced control circuits per, which it takes diamond dust and redstone to make the energy crystals. Yeah, it's a crazy amount of stuff, and I put it all into the auto crafting because honestly, who has time to craft all that stuff by hand? And I don't know how long it's gonna take. Yeah, it looks like it won't take too long. But since all of this is using this stuff, I think we'd actually be safe starting the fuel rods. You remember last time we got a little bit caught up because 7. Our alloy smelter was just, it was under attack. The poor thing, there was too much trying to go into it at once. So that should work. Yeah, so, oh, except it has to do all these iron plates. Well, actually, no, that should be fine. Because that's using them. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's all fine. It'll all work, I promise. Okay, so now is the time when we actually need to build our reactor. And what we have here are just reactor casings. And I think this is actually a little bit too deep. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this the way I wanted to do it? I don't remember the layout for this. Hang on. Let me go check. Yeah, let me go check on it, and I'll be right back. Alright, I got it figured out. It's actually 7 by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I actually dug this out perfectly. Nice, very nice. Okay, so we just need to fill all this in. And why I'm not using a wand, I'll never know. There we go. Much easier. And then we're only making it 3 high on the inside. This is interesting, building it from the inside out. It's not going to be a huge reactor, obviously. And then the corners. Good. Okay. No, that's not working. So for this part, I don't really need a whole lot of vision, since it's all basically buried in the walls. And that's just fine. However, for the front part here, I want to do reactor glass. Let's go like this. And like that. Okay, and then our control rods go in here like so. Very nice. Let's see how our fuel rods are doing. They're coming along. Slowly but surely. It takes a lot of iron to make these because you need the dense iron plates for the pellets of RTG fuel. So that's all right. We can at least put so that we know where everything goes. One there and one there. Beautiful. All right. Let's see. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3. We need 15 pieces of reactor glass. This is going to be cool. Glass. All right. So that's going to take a minute to craft. I am going to put the controller here. And let's see if we're ready to build the power tap. Oh, almost. So close. All we need is one advanced circuit. Nice. There it is. Begin. How are we doing over here? This is making up dark steel for the I separated these out into a couple different, like I put the vibrant alloy and stuff over here, and this stuff over here, so that maybe they'll, you know, go through a bit faster. So they're not all concentrated into one alloy smelter. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, I figured out how to get the singularities out of the matter condenser into the drawers. You just use an item translocator, and the item translocator is so easy to make. It's just a transfer node, which we had tons of back when that was our only method of automation, a little bit of gold, redstone, and an ender pearl, and then that's it. You just put one on one and one on the other, and then you click in the middle there, and it starts going right through. It's very cool. All right, let's see if that circuit is ready yet. It is. That's so much easier. It's so much easier. Okay, let's see. Power tap. that everything we need? It is not even close. We need some reactor casings as well. Let's go ahead and craft these up. Get them started at least. And then we need the power cell. There we go. All right, let's grab that reactor glass. And we're not going to close this up entirely, obviously, because I still have to get in there to finish up the fuel rods and things, but we can make it look halfway decent. The input is going to be right here so that I can connect an input from the ME system that will just automatically input Yellorium directly into it, so we don't have to worry about it. So let's go ahead and make the input. Oh, that's not what you call it, is it? Access port. That's what it's called. Okay, this is pretty easy to make. Fortunately. You just need the advanced ESD, which is just a regular ESD, which just takes 2 wood casings. Oh, we actually need 2 of these. So let's... Oops. That was one too many cases. That's fine. I'm sure we'll find a use for them down the road. Oh, we need some hoppers. Let's see. I set in an auto crafting recipe for advanced coils because they're kind of a pain in the butt to make. Let's see, access. There it is. So 2 of those. 1, 2 of those. Awesome. And of course we're going to need a bunch more hoppers. 4 of them. Excellent. There's 1 access port. And we're going to need a bunch more reactor casings. So let's just do like... I think they do it in sets of 4, so I'm just going to do 24. Did I start that? I don't know if I started that or not. I'm going to assume not. Start it. Good. Yes, there we go. All right. So let's put our access port right there. And if you want to switch it from input to output, you just right click on it and this is in, this is out. And you'll see the arrows will change color. In, out. And we want this one to be in. Whoops. And we want to not walk into the wall. Would be a good... Alright, we have an export bus here. Let's grab an ingot of Yellorium so we can tell it what exactly it's exporting. Let's give ourselves some access here. I don't know what this chest is doing here. It's just a random chest for no good reason. Okay, so. Oh, alright. I see we need a cable. There we go. 2 of 32 channels. Not bad. Alright, so this export bus, we put the Yellorium in there, and now this should There we go. Put yellorium ingots into the reactor. Awesome. And now we never have to think about that again. And I fell down a hole. Okay. And then our other port, we're actually going to end up putting on the front because that's where we need to get the cyanide out of. How are we doing on reactor casing? Are we crafting it? Yes, okay. So it's going to take a couple minutes for this casing to finish crafting, and how about I bring you back when it's finished? See you then. All right, we're back, and our casings should be done. So let's get into this access port. Yes, very nice. Okay. So our access port, you can see while we were waiting, the fuel rods finished up, so I just put all those in there. It's a 3x3, just like the reactor, the control rods, and it goes all the way from floor to ceiling. And then we have our access port here, and this is going to eject everything. I'm not sure if it can eject directly into a carpenter or not. That was an original spelling of the word carpenter. So I'm just going to put the carpenter here. And... oh! I guess that finished up the reactor. My goodness. There is still another thing that we need to do. Let me break this. Hopefully that doesn't waste all my yellorium. We still need to put the power tap in. So let's hurry up and do that. And we just need the power cell. And that's it. That's our power tap. Awesome. Maybe? Hello? Why? That's weird. That's very weird. Is it because this has power? Oh Lord. I'm gonna try and figure this out. I'll be back in a minute. I don't know what's going on, guys. I made a new vibrant capacitor bank in case it was because the other one had power in it that it wasn't working. The HV capacitor, the power cell. Wait. See, I can't. Maybe if I try this in a regular crafting table. I took the battery out of my inventory so it wouldn't charge anything in here. So let's try this again. For some reason, it won't let me craft this. All right. I didn't want to have to do this, but yeah. We're going to have to... You guys are going to be my witness on this. I tried everything I could to craft this darn thing. I'll only take one, and then I'm going to delete everything that I would have used to create it. And so that's our... yeah. And now I feel bad. But I don't know what else I could have done. You know? I feel awful. But I'll get over it. Alright, so the other thing we have to do before our reactor is complete is I want to get some coolant in here. Now, for coolant, you can use pretty much anything you want. You can use diamond blocks, you can use like lead blocks, like all these different materials have different abilities to cool things down. But the thing that I want to use is Zendirium. If it's here we go. These are all the melted ender pearls that I made by just putting ender pearls into the smeltery and then piping the fluid that resulted from that into a couple of ender tanks. So let's... I don't think it needs to be like a full block. Oh, no. Can't do it that way. I think as long as it's like some kind of fluid next to it, it doesn't have to be like a full... Like it doesn't have to be all the way down, if you know what I mean. Let's see. How can I do this? Get over here. Oh, and be careful not to touch the Enderium, because if you do, haha, you will get transported. And that's no fun. There we go. I hope I have enough. I think I do. Oh, it's all falling on. It's falling all over the floor in there. Oh no. That's not good. It'll be fine. I'll block it off when we're ready to... That's funny, though. Alright, we can cover these up because these are done. We'll make it easier to do this without falling in. And then... right there. That's weird. You can see the reservoir tank through the Enderium. There we go. Okay, so hopefully that's right. That should provide enough cooling to make our reactor fairly efficient. Not too bad, not too great. Whoops. I forgot about that Enderium. Alright. And the power tap goes right where that, right where it's all coming out. Because of course. Let's... Maybe I can reach it from here? Nope. Let's build a little bridge of ender tanks. There we go. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so you'll notice that it automatically forms the multi-block structure when you put the last piece in. And it's actually hard for me to believe we finally got that last piece in. All right, so you'll notice it's full of fuel, but the casing heat and the core heat and the energy buffer are all empty because it's not turned on. So all you gotta do, hit activate reactor. And you'll see the casing heat is going to go pretty far up. The higher your casing heat, the more fuel that you use. The higher both of these heats are, the less efficient your use of fuel is. But, I mean, I want this to be efficient, but I don't want it to be, like, incredibly efficient. So this should be good for us, I think. It's also making almost 10,000 RF per tick, which is great. I am super excited about that. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is actually tap that power. Tap that power. All right, we have a power cell and some power cells. And I'm going to put this power cell here, like this. I'm going to set the sides to in. And then I'm also going to grab my wrench and set this side to out, because we need a little bit of conduit here in order to power our carpenter. So now our carpenter is full of water. Our carpenter is full of power. The last thing that our carpenter needs to be full of is cyanide ingots, and we happen to have some right here already, which is awesome. Let's grab these two. That is not the recipe. Does it have to be up there? Yeah, it looks like it has to be up there in that corner. So now every time this gets cyanide, it's gonna start making plutonium. Yes! So that is awesome. And we got our first plutonium ingot. Let's get some conduit. We don't need that. Extract always active. Insert. So now whenever this produces a cyanide ingot, which it's doing fairly quickly, we get plutonium ingots in return. And we can finally use up the yellorium that's been like clogging up our system for so long. Yeah, look at that. Look at all the yellorium we have. Plus there's more coming in all the time. So it should be pretty self-sufficient, which is great. And that, my friends, is going to do it for this episode. This cheaty episode. I'm so sad about that. I don't know why the power tap wouldn't work. I don't know, maybe I'll figure it out someday. In between the episodes, I'm actually going to set this. There, okay, there we go. To, I guess link ID 3 is its link. I want to set this to a different link ID, and then I'm going to use that link ID to hook up our builder, which is quarrying up stuff on another planet. So this reactor is only going to be used to power that builder. That is it. That is its entire purpose in life. So I think, yeah, that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye!